Caitlin Clark's highly anticipated WNBA postseason debut was marred by an unexpected injury and a rough shooting night as the Indiana Fever fell 93-69 to the Connecticut Sun in their first-round playoff matchup. The Fever's star rookie, known for her high-scoring abilities and stellar playmaking, finished the game with just 11 points, significantly below her season average of 19.2 points per game. Less than 2 minutes into the game, disaster struck when Clark, while making a pass to teammate Aliyah Boston, was inadvertently poked in the eye by Connecticut's DiJonai Carrington. The poke left Clark doubled over in pain, clutching her face. The contact went uncalled by the referees, and though the injury was accidental, it left Clark with a noticeable bruise and a black eye for the remainder of the contest. Despite the injury, Clark did not use it as an excuse for her poor shooting performance. "Got me pretty good in the eye. I don't think it affected me, honestly. I felt like I got good shots, they just didn't go down. Obviously a tough time for that to happen," Clark said after the game. "Obviously it didn't feel too good when it happened, but it is what it is." Clark's playoff performance, by her own lofty standards, was subpar. She made only 24% of her field goal attempts and a mere 15% from beyond the arc, far below her usual shooting averages of 42% and 34%, respectively. At one point in the third quarter, Clark's frustration became visible when she hit the bench, momentarily overwhelmed by the struggles she was facing on the court. The clash between Clark and Carrington also held some historical context. The two had a previous encounter earlier in the season, where Carrington appeared to mock Clark for allegedly overselling a foul call. The tension between the players seemed to boil over on social media as well, with Carrington indirectly calling out Clark on X, formerly Twitter, for dismissing the role her name played in broader discussions around race and gender in sports. However, Clark's focus remained on the game. Despite her shooting woes, she showcased her playmaking skills, recording 8 assists, close to her season average of 8.4 per game, and keeping her turnovers to just 2, a significant improvement from her league-leading 5.6 turnovers per game during the regular season. She took this as a positive, saying, "I felt like I battled and tried my best and took care of the ball better than I usually do, which is a positive." As the WNBA's Rookie of the Year and the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, expectations were high for Clark heading into the playoffs. Her Indiana Fever, a team that had struggled at the beginning of the season, managed to find their rhythm after the league's Olympic break, going 9-5 down the stretch to secure their first postseason appearance since 2016. Clark, who set a WNBA record with 337 assists this season, was instrumental in the Fever's late-season success. Despite the Game 1 loss, Clark remains confident that the series is far from over. The Fever will face elimination in Game 2, scheduled for Wednesday in Uncasville, Connecticut, and Clark is optimistic about her team's chances. "We can win. It's not anything about the building. It's not about the gym. It's not about the hoops. I have all the confidence in the world in this team, and everybody in the locker room does, and I know we'll be a lot better on Wednesday," she said. If the Fever can pull off a victory in Game 2, a decisive Game 3 will be held in Indianapolis on Friday. As the Fever fight to extend their playoff run, all eyes will be on Clark to see if she can rebound from this challenging debut and lead her team to victory.